What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we got to rebuild the San Antonio Spurs as their starting point guard is going to be out for the season. So I already have the injury set in place. Lonnie Walker has also torn his meniscus. I know it's the right meniscus and I know it's the right ACL for Dejounte Murray, but for some reason it wouldn't let me go with the right one. It would go torn right MCL, or then it would say torn left ACL. So he tore his ACL, so I decided to go with that. He's obviously going to be out for the season and maybe even more than that. And Lonnie Walker is expected to be out 6 to 8 months. Or that's going to be kind of bad. Like, wait, is it 6 to 8 months or 6 to 8 weeks? I might have gone a little too crazy with that one. So I'll have to look back at that one. I'll probably change the injury. So, but other than that, guys, we got to rebuild the Spurs now. What is their starting point guard going to look like? They're really just going to start Patty Mills. Basically that's their only choice right now. So you got Patty Mills, DeMar DeRozan, Rudy Gay, Aldridge Gasol, Marco Bellinelli, Jakob Poeltl, Davis Bertans, and Brian Forbes. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a 9-man rotation just because the rotation has come a lot thinner now that Lonnie Walker and Dejounte Murray won't be able to play this season. So honestly, I really don't want Pau Gasol to start. I'd rather start Jakob Poeltl. So we're gonna go ahead and change that up, and then yeah, I guess Patty Mills is going to be our point guard for now. Expect me to probably stop at the trade deadline, possibly. We got to get a point guard, guys. It is not looking good for the Spurs. Dejounte Murray is a cornerstone for the San Antonio Spurs, a future player of the San Antonio Spurs, like one of the future stars, maybe, if he can develop into one of the Spurs. So is Lonnie Walker. So we'll have to wait and see how the Spurs can bounce back from this. But I'm going to go ahead. It's might to the end of the season, possibly stop at the trade deadline, but we got to get a starting point guard for the time being that Dejounte Murray is going to be out. At the end of the first season, Russell Westbrook is our most valuable player with 29 points, almost a triple-double, Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic, Tyreek Evans, Buddy Hield, Most Improved, and all that. So, as far as the All-NBA teams, I don't think we'll have DeRozan on here. He might. He does not make on any of these teams, but we went 37-45, not good enough for the playoffs. Of course, I feel like Dejounte Murray is really going to hurt the San Antonio Spurs. I decided not to stop at the trade deadline. I was going to try to, but then I just totally forgot about it, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. But Gasol's contract's going to have to go this offseason. Now, in real life, I think his last option is his last year of his contract is a team option, but on 2K, I don't think they have it like that. Now, I'm not so sure why, but we're definitely going to go in their offseason. They're going to have to trade some contracts away in order to sign anybody because this roster is not looking so good as far as contracts. But let's go ahead and see who wins the championship real quick in this first season. I mean, the Warriors and Raptors probably a lock here, so let's go ahead and see that again. If it's the Warriors and Raptors, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the, yeah, let's go ahead and just, I guess I'll just let you see it real quick. 3-1, yeah, the Raptors are going to win. Okay, cool, so that's usually what happens. So, let's go make some moves in the offseason. With the first trade of this offseason, we're going to be trading Patrick Mills for Montrezl Harrell. I think that saves us a little bit of money, and my alarm is on, so I do apologize for that. That saves us a little bit of money, and we also get to get rid of, we also get to get Montrezl Harrell, so not a bad backup power forward to start the season off with, so I will be okay with that. And then what else we got? I gotta get rid of Pau Gasol somehow. We have the 11th pick. Now I'm not sure if I would need to attach that to Pau Gasol because, I mean, honestly, who's gonna take $16 million? I think that should be a team option, but I don't know. What do I know? Josh Richardson, almost love the idea of him on the Spurs, which I might come back to that trade. The 9th pick. We move up and get the 9th pick, Fred VanVleet, as our starting point guard for a little bit. That might not be a bad deal. Steven Adams, Anthony Simons, Otto Porter. What do we want to do here? Josh Richardson. I almost love the idea of grabbing Josh Richardson from Miami Heat just because he's such a good fit, I think, here on San Antonio. Would we want to do that though? I don't want Kelly Olynyk if I'm going to do this trade, and I don't know if I would want to trade the 11th pick in this situation. Maybe you would have to though, because Josh Richardson is such a nice fit on Miami. They want a 2020 unprotected pick. Do I take Kelly Olynyk for 1 season? Nah, that's 2 seasons. And how about I'll give you 2020 unprotected, and you give me let's see, what do we got here? Bam Adebayo would be cool. Goran Dragic, all of them expired. How about just give me a pick? Just give me a 2nd round pick. We'll do that. What about this? We get rid of Pau Gasol's terrible contract, get Josh Richardson and a 2020 unprotected pick. We get a 2nd rounder from them. Let's do that. So Josh Richardson is going to be our starting 3. We won't have to worry about re-signing Rudy Gay anymore because he is kind of up there in age. We're kind of trying to make this team a little bit younger with the guys we have. I know Aldridge isn't showing that, but Lonnie Walker, Josh Richardson, we got kind of a youth here, and definitely want to embrace that a little bit. So let's go ahead and go on the draft, and let's take a point guard maybe. Let's hopefully take a point guard. Let's see if one is available. Let's see who's all been taken. Romero Langford is still here, and Dejounte Porter. I mean, the fact that Romero Langford is still here, I think obviously you say no more and take Romero Langford. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys in free agency. All right, with this trade, we're going to be trading Marco Bellinelli and Davis Bertans for Furkan Korkmaz, just because I know the 76ers loved Bellinelli last year, and Bertans I think would be a nice fit with them too. Reason being is we're going to free up a little bit more in cap space, and actually I could even do a 2nd round pick and not even take any money at all, and I will be okay with that. So just like that, we have 18 million cap space, so that's going to be able to afford another player. Now we kind of are locked down. The point guard and the center spot is iffy for me, so I kind of want to look at one of those spots, and everything else is looking really good on this roster. So a point guard, just because I really want to groom Dejounte Murray a little bit. I just don't want to throw him right in the fire just because he's coming off an ACL injury. So for the point guard spot, I think a guy like Bledsoe maybe for 1 year would be kind of cool. Terry Rozier would be cool as well for 1 year. We gotta definitely look at some of these point guards. Collison, Beverly, definitely a point guard. I think we need to go for. So I like some of the candidates here, and go for Bledsoe. I'm gonna go sign them to some friendly deals though. I'm not gonna go create not a 2-way contract. That's a little disrespectful, I think. But yeah, we'll do this. 1 year deal, and then we'll make what am I doing? 2 year deal, and then we'll make the 2nd year team option. Let's see if Bledsoe takes that. Same thing for Terry Rozier. Actually, Terry Rozier, I'd be okay with just throwing like a big deal, just because I think he's a nice point guard. So Isaiah Thomas, nah, I'm not liking the idea of Isaiah Thomas. Brogdon wouldn't be a bad fit, but what about the center spots? I'm kind of curious as far as the center goes. I don't think there's anybody like crazy to grab out here. Harry Giles wouldn't be a bad pickup, but I think we can lock it down with Jakob Poeltl. So I'll go ahead and leave Jakob Poeltl as is. Let's offer Brogdon a contract as well. I would be okay with offering him a nice deal as well. So we get Terry Rozier and Malcolm Brogdon. I like the idea of Terry Rozier a little bit more, and just like that, the Bucks. And okay, so probably should have offered a little bit more if I was going to do that, but Collison could be a decent starting point guard for a little bit. 2 year deal, a nice backup maybe. Groom Dejounte Murray after the season, so we'll go with that. Center spot, Brook Lopez, Enes Kanter, here Dwayne Dedman off the bench wouldn't be too bad. Nerlens as well off the bench wouldn't be a bad deal either. I might just leave it as a 9-man rotation. Let's get Collison. I think he'll be a nice veteran to start for a while, and we can be okay with that. So yeah, liking the idea of that. We got a nice shooter next to DeMar DeRozan now, and Darren Collison. I think our roster is looking pretty dang good. So Lonnie Walker up 6 because I sent him to the G League. He is fed up right now. Collison, his inside D has gone down to an F. That's not the greatest, but whatever. And Montrezl Harrell, Jakob Poeltl, and Dejounte Murray is down 2 because of his injury has set him back. So definitely gonna wait and see how this roster does, but I'm definitely excited. I think we have a nice young roster surrounded by LaMarcus Aldridge, or that is surrounding LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan. So let's go ahead and see if the San Antonio Spurs roster can bounce back after not making the playoffs last year. Let's do it, guys. Let's freaking do it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh wait, I'm definitely gonna load another draft class. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and simulate to the end of next season. So a little bit of an update. My game kept crashing. Like the My League file I had for the San Antonio Spurs just became cursed. I could not do anything. Every time I tried to simulate, it would crash the game. I just couldn't do anything. So I had to start a completely new My League file to finish off this rebuild. So basically, I have to recap you on all the moves I was making as I was recording, and it just didn't do it. Obviously, it's not going to show in here. I just kind of got the players that I had on the roster. But basically what I did, if I can all recall correctly, I traded LaMarcus Aldridge for Andre Drummond and Al-Farouq Aminu. And then I traded Jakob Poeltl and Dejounte Murray. Both accepted their qualifying offers. And then we got Dario Saric in free agency. We traded Darren Collison for Malcolm Brogdon. There was first-round picks involved as well. They gave me a first-rounder. I gave them a first-rounder. Just trying to figure out what else I can talk about. Lonnie Walker's still here. So basically Bayless, I mean, he's not really important, but basically that's what the roster I had, minus Romeo Langford and the development of all my young players. So this roster does not really look the same whatsoever. Brogdon, I do kind of want to start the point guard though, just because he can stretch the floor a lot, or not stretch the floor, just because he can hit the three ball a lot more. But yeah, basically it just didn't work out how I wanted. I don't know why they have Aminu starting over Sarge, but I am not okay with that. So let's put 20. What is going on with this rotation? What are we doing? Okay, so let's do a 9 rotation. Greg Popovich and Josh. I don't like Aminu starting over Sarge. I don't even know why they think that's a good idea. And then Dejounte Murray, like I said, just because he is kind of hurt still, coming off that injury. We're going to go ahead and leave it like that. And then, yeah, that's basically how the roster is going to look. This is basically how it was looking, like I said, minus Romeo Langford. So the results will be kind of inaccurate just because the game kept crashing and the development. I mean, Lonnie Walker was at an 84 overall already. I could just change it to that, but I'll just leave it, I guess, because I don't know how all the overalls were looking. But I know Brogdon was like at an 82, Richardson was like an 81, 82 for Sarge. So hopefully the results still stay the same. But yeah, definitely disappointed in 2K right now. I don't know why my game kept crashing. It could just be my PS4, but I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the season. Hopefully the game can finish through. And let's finish off this rebuild. So at the end of the season, I always think it's weird when DeMarcus Cousins wins the MVP. DeAndre Ayton wins Rookie of the Year. I mean, yeah, like I said, this is still the first season, basically. It's really not, but I just couldn't do anything with the other My League file. I tried 3 times, and it just crashed each time. I could not get past a certain point. I think it was like the untapped potential, where you put untapped potential at the training camps. I couldn't get past those. It would just crash every time. So this is the roster I had, like I said, minus Romeo Langford. So I do apologize for the inconvenience, but I'm all bent out of shape about it because it was just really irritating me. But 27 points. 17 points. Yeah, so not bad. Not a bad season. Not a bad way to end off the video. Other than not having the correct My League file, it just sucks that I couldn't get it to work. But facing the New Orleans Pelicans, let's see if we can beat the Pelicans in the first round. We won 50 games, so 51 games exactly. But that's awesome. We're up 2-1 on the Pelicans. We're up 2-2, up 3-2. Can we win in 6? We don't. We're going to a game 7, so let's see if we can beat the Pelicans and go on to the second round at least. Let's at least make it to the third round, 2K. Come on. I mean, you crashed 3 times. Throw me a bone. 42 points. That is a wrap, guys. That is a wrap. Okay. 31 points. 26 and 15 for Andre Drummond. Awesome stuff. Now we're facing the Houston Rockets, which is going to be a little bit of a tougher task. So, definitely going to be tough. But we're up 1-0. They're up 1-1. Or they even it up, I guess I should say. We're up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we do. Okay. Can we win in 5 games? We do not. Okay, I definitely don't want to go to a game 7 with Houston. Not my ideal situation, but we're at home now, so let's take advantage of being at home while we can. And it looks like we're going to take care of business here. So 34 points. We're on to the Western Conference Finals, but unfortunately, we're running into the Golden State Warriors, and we all know in the first season, this is unfortunately the first season, 2K loves Golden State and Toronto in the finals. They're up 1-0 to start the series. They're up 2-0. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to probably get swept here. Oh, no, we don't. We win. Can we even it up? Okay, we're not. We're down 3-1. I mean, the Warriors have been in this situation before, and what did they do last time? Go ahead and leave that down in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and, yeah, we're going to not allow... They're not going to blow a 3-1 lead this time. But I guess not terrible, but We all know we got the Warriors and Raptors in the finals. Let's just see who wins. I'm going to go with Kawhi and the Raptors winning this one. No, the Warriors do. Okay. Steph Curry is your finals MVP. So Curry finally gets a finals MVP. So I'm going to get off this game before it crashes on me again. Subscribe if you haven't already. But this is Crushables. Good luck to the Spurs this season. And I'm saying peace.